under the scorching heat of the vast African savanna. Anya, a young wildlife ranger, was cruelly bound to the gnarled trunk of an ancient tree. The rough ropes bit into her wrists and ankles, leaving deep, painful red marks. Around her, the dry, rustling sounds of tall grass whispered in the wind. A pride of lions, their muscles rippling, moved with deadly grace through the parched thickets. Their shadows stretched long across the yellowed earth, as the sun began its descent, and in their sharp eyes, there was no hint of mercy. Anya desperately strained against her bonds. But every effort was futile. Her hoarse prayers were swallowed by the low growls that grew ever closer. A lioness, the lead of the pride, stopped just a few feet away, baring her white, sharp teeth in a menacing display. Anya squeezed her eyes shut, awaiting the inevitable. But Anya Petrova hadn't always been here, amidst the harshness of the savannah. She had once lived in a small apartment, overlooking the bustling city of Moscow. Life had been comfortable, convenient, but deep within her, a growing unease had always stirred. A persistent question, was she truly making a difference? A burning passion for the wild had finally compelled Anya to leave it all behind. To forsake safety and familiarity for the untamed and unforgiving lands of the Masai Mara. Her family had pleaded. Her friends had questioned her sanity, but Anya's heart yearned for a higher purpose. The Masai Mara had revealed itself to Anya as a land of extremes, the searing heat of the day, the bone-chilling cold of the night, and the constant, lurking presence of danger. Yet, amidst this wild and brutal beauty, Anya had found a sense of belonging she had never known. However, in her very first week, a near-fatal mistake had taught her a harsh lesson. During a patrol, captivated by the fleeting glimpse of a magnificent cheetah, and eager to capture its image, Anya had strayed from her team. Lost and utterly alone, she had faced a terrifying reality of the wilderness. Only the fortunate signal from a backup radio had saved her from the clutches of death. The incident had left Anya deeply shaken. But it had also solidified her resolve. Weeks later, Anya received her first solo patrol assignment. Equipped with water, a map, and self-defense tools, she set out, completely unaware that this journey would forever alter the course of her life. After hours of driving, Anya spotted a truck concealed behind dense bushes. As she approached, a horrifying scene unfolded before her eyes. A rare black rhino trapped in a crude snare, its leg twisted and bleeding, its eyes wide with pain and terror. Anya quickly reached for her radio to call for help. But before she could speak, two menacing figures emerged from the shadows, violently overpowering her. They were poachers. They bound Anya tightly to a thorny tree, under the relentless sun, stealing her radio, and every vestige of her hope for communication. A scorching thirst, and a crushing despair began to consume Anya, heavy as the ropes that bit into her flesh. As the fiery hues of sunset painted the savannah sky, Anya felt her strength ebbing away. Hope seemed to have withered in the oppressive heat and desolate solitude. Suddenly, a chilling roar tore through the deathly silence of the twilight. From the golden, brown tall grass, a pride of lionesses emerged, their eyes burning with a fierce intensity, fixed intently on Anya. Then, a massive, powerful figure stepped forward. A huge male lion, its flank bearing a long jagged scar, came into view. Anya froze, her heart seizing in her chest. She recognized him. It was the very lion she had saved months before. In Anya's memory, the image of the severely injured lion, its leg caught in a rusty snare, flashed vividly. It had been a scorching morning, when she was patrolling a remote area. Despite the worried warnings of her colleagues, Anya had decided to stay by the suffering animal's side, gently examining its wounds and trying to soothe its fear. She had patiently waited for the rescue team to arrive, despite the lurking danger. Days later, after the lion had been treated and released back into the wild, it had lingered near the camp, a silent guardian. Anya had often seen it from afar, its eyes seeming to hold an unspoken gratitude. A strange connection that transcended the boundaries between human and beast. And now, that very lion stood before Anya, amidst the watchful presence of his pride. But strangely, there was no aggression. No hint of attack in his gaze. The massive male lion approached Anya, its large muzzle gently nudging the ropes binding her hands. And then, with its deadly sharp claws, it carefully tore through the tough fibers. His movements were delicate, as if he feared causing her further pain. When Anya was finally free, the lion softly nudged her towards the nearby patrol vehicle. Her hands trembling, Anya picked up the radio. Her voice weak but resonating through the stillness. "This is Ranger Anya Petrova," she said, her voice hoarse but urgent. "I've been attacked by poachers at coordinates. Need immediate assistance. There's a black rhino being held captive." Within the hour, the harsh glare of headlights illuminated the area. Vehicles from law enforcement and the rescue team arrived, shattering the silent darkness of the savannah night. The poachers were apprehended, their faces pale with fear. The pitiful black rhino was freed from the cruel snare, and received immediate medical attention. Anya, her wounds bandaged, stood watching as the ride id back into the wild, a profound sense of happiness and gratitude welling up within her. Back in her small cabin, under the flickering light of an oil lamp, Anya quietly wrote in her journal. That day, she wrote, her hand trembling slightly on the page, "I witnessed a miracle. A lion returned to save a human. A rhino was given a second chance at life. In this harsh and unforgiving wilderness, where survival is paramount, kindness and compassion can still forge the strongest bonds. Bonds that transcend all boundaries." The brilliant hues of dawn painted the vast savannah. As Anya stood on a rocky outcrop, gazing at the magnificent landscape awakening, under the golden rays of the rising sun. In the distance, the familiar silhouette of the male lion appeared briefly before disappearing into the tall, golden grass. A soft smile touched Anya's lips. She knew that some connections would last forever, transcending all barriers of species, time, and even the harsh laws of nature. "If you are still here," Anya's voice echoed softly, like the gentle breeze of the savannah. "Thank you for walking this path with us. If this story has touched your heart, please share it with those you believe will cherish it. And if you still believe this world is worth loving and protecting, step outside and plant a small act of kindness. Who knows, perhaps one day, that very act will return to save you in the breathless silence of a summer noon." And on that boundless savannah, beneath the vast blue sky, the story of courage, survival, and the extraordinary bonds of nature continued to be written, etched deep within the hearts of all who believe in the power of love and compassion, even in the wildest of places. Thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. What did you think about the story? Please share your thoughts and feelings about it in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, so you won't miss the next interesting and surprising stories that I will bring. Thank you once again, and see you again.